And that's where their corner did not step up. There are only 3 reasons why fighters lose. And every time I put that video up, it does 1 million views. Incompetence in the corner is number 2. All right. So here's how we go. This is the next level. The next fight that we're going to watch, in the final fight that we're going to break down. And I told you it wasn't going to take long, because the bottom line is there's a problem in our sport, because these are easy fixes if you understand boxing. It's when you don't understand boxing and you're trying to make it, you're trying to be the first one out the gate to do something your way. There's no new way, champ. You got to understand that the sport of boxing has been around. And in order to become a master of teaching it, as you see right here, he's throwing the combinations, body, head. And the number one thing to do when a fighter is boxing against a guy who's pressing him, who's the opposite stance, because Crawford was a southpaw. Look at that. He's throwing body, head. We call that the shoe shine. Boom, 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 boom. He looked a lot like Sugar Ray Robinson. And that was just what you call beautiful boxing, and understanding how to keep the fighter, aware that he's only throwing one punch. See, he was touching Crawford with the southpaw, with the southpaw killer. But what he didn't realize is that when you touch him to the head, you got to touch him to the body and then touch him to the head again. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is what happened is you're not going to get enough points. You're not going to score enough. But guess what? Your corner is, and Coach Diaz is my man. He's a good coach. The thing about it is it's up to the fighter to know, if I touched him with the right, then that means the body is there. It's understanding and being comprehensive about the sport of boxing, and understanding that it's more to it than that shit you're doing in the mirror, beating up these little lesser fighters in the gym and coaching them up against average fighters instead of seeing what they really do. It took a guy an average of 4 years to get into that ring where real fighters fought. Right? There were 6 gold medals in the gym at one time when I coached. 6 gold medals. And I say it every day: Melissa Barber, Mickey Barber, Sean Crawford, Justin Gatlin, Marion Jones, and Ray Mercer. All of these guys were gold medalists. And then we had a multitude of cats that were runner-up and going to be gold medalists. I'm talking about at one time, because I've worked with and around probably over 47 to 50 gold medalists in my career. I didn't have the luxury to work with much lesser fighter. I got baptized by fire. So when that's being said, understanding all of these intricate things of what does it take to work with high level people. There is very few people that have the level of experience that I did or do, because I was put into the fire, and I can't say it was easy. I must say the reason why I can talk to you in the manner that I can talk to you is because I went through some hard shit, and Crawford understood shoe shining. Why? Because he's generational. His coaches have coaches. Right there. That's how Bo Mack became his coach. Because the head coach, the coach, brought him in after his fight career was over. Hey, we need you to help out with these kids. And next thing you know, those kids graduated to pros. Hence, he's seen Bud Crawford's entire career. So they have a downline. If you don't have a downline, you're trying to do it on your own. What's going to happen is we're going to treat you like the huckleberry. We're going to make an example of you. You don't understand what's coming against you. It's not what you see on TV. And even if you thought it was what you saw on television, you truly don't understand what you're actually looking at. One example: in Baltimore, prepping for a Klitschko fight. And I tell this story a multitude of times because this was my real first experience in realizing, shit, technique means nothing in professional boxing use. Gotta know that I had to learn that the hard way. We working with our slick fighter, heavyweight, pop, 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 nice jab, slick, sweep, defense, Italian kid. Nice boxing all the way around. Footwork essentially perfect. Knew every area of the ring. Took 6 months before he did anything other than footwork because that's what my upline would do. They make sure you understand the generalship of the ring by knowing how to operate inside of the boxing ring. When it comes down to it, you got to know that thing like the periodic table. That's why our system is called the periodic table of boxing. And when he got into that ring, we knew we could box anybody. And then the rules change in prize fighting. We went into that camp, and this is world championship stuff. This is where your guys that you're going in there to train against have entourages of crazy dudes that will kill you if you slip with your lip. You know why? Because it's tens of millions of dollars on the line. So if you don't understand what that is, people get gone at that level of boxing because it's real. It's stuff on the line. When you boxing for those little trophies, nobody gives a shit. But when you boxing for millions, people can get gone, right? Those kind of guys that's around those fighters will gladly oblige to get you gone. It's too much on the line and you don't really matter. Here's the deal. We get up in that joint. They come down, spar with us first. Kid, bam, banging us out. Pow, pow. Boom. I'm like, whoa. I mean, we fighting. Man, we done been in the ring with some guys from Freddie Roach.